And more wintry weather will be likely out there for us tonight, especially in eastern Kentucky where they have a winter weather advisory. Maybe some light accumulations of snow and ice. I'll break it all down for you.
The level of frustration is that, it's as high as it can go. 19 months into this.
Police have a new plea for help tonight as they try to find those responsible for murdering a police officer.
It could be a breakthrough. Doctors at UK announcing a new treatment for seizures that's had some success.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. Glad you're watching tonight. We are tracking the potential for more wintry weather across parts of the state, and it could cause some tricky travel on the roads.
Much of eastern Kentucky is under a winter weather advisory. We begin tonight with meteorologist Jim Caldwell. He shows us what he is tracking on the First Alert Defender.
And right now, guys, getting some reports out of eastern Kentucky, already seeing some of that freezing drizzle setting up, which is one of those things that you don't suspect. All of a sudden, you get a little glazing on some of those elevated surfaces and even some roadways, and that can cause some problems in a hurry. Right now, we look at a couple of spots, including one in Corbin, and that's one we'll kind of focus in on. You can see a little bit of a haze showing up there. That would be maybe some areas of freezing drizzle that are also setting up down there as temperatures are below 30 degrees and below freezing, which of course is at 32. So we'll be tracking some slick travels there, and that's right along 75. So that's something we'll pay very close attention to as we head through the rest of the evening here. Defender, if you look at it right now, you think, what? There's nothing going on anywhere. This is very fine stuff, and it's very low-hanging stuff. Numerous reports out of eastern Kentucky along the state line there, Virginia. That's where we're finding even more freezing drizzle reports, where we're getting some of those, some of the pavement starting to get slick with black ice showing up there. And there's even more moisture down to the south that will increase and enhance the chances of getting in on some of the wintry weather. We'll take a closer look at this, and we'll take you hour by hour and show you when it gets out of town coming up here in just a little bit, guys.
Jim, thank you. Road crews in eastern Kentucky say they'll be ready for any of that wintry weather tonight. For some of them, they'll be dealing with icy roads for the third night in a row. In Breathitt County, road crews say they'll be focusing on the busiest roads first. They call those primary roads.
Sometimes we can get to them a little faster depending on how much salt we have and what the conditions are on the other routes. Sometimes we may have to wait and give it a little longer period of time.
Road crews say they'll get to the lesser traveled roads as quickly as possible. And a reminder, for updated closings, delays, and weather information, just go to our website, WKYT.com. They are frustrated, but they are not giving up. Tonight, police are again pleading for your help solving the murder of a Central Kentucky police officer.
Investigators say that Bardstown police officer Jason Ellis was ambushed along the Bluegrass Parkway back in May of 2013. More than 19 months later, police still have not made any arrests, and they said today every lead seems to go nowhere. Kristen Kennedy has the update in our top story at 6.
Lieutenant Jeremy Thompson is calling this murder case nothing short of frustrating. After hundreds of tips and interviews and more than a year and a half into their investigation, state police have no good leads on who killed Officer Jason Ellis.
Someone has information that will lead us to the person or persons responsible. If that person will just come forward, if not for the right thing, do it for $185,000.
Lieutenant Thompson hopes the large sum of money offered up as a reward in the case will convince someone to come forward.
If I had a family member that was guilty of murder, I would have absolutely no reservation about doing the right thing. None.
Some investigators believe the killer targeted Officer Ellis that May night at the exit ramp on the Bluegrass Parkway. Some also believe there's more than one person involved.
It was definitely very logistically well planned, and that is scary.
Chief McCubbin called the last year and a half taxing. He walks by Officer Ellis's picture every day, determined to solve his murder.
Even knowing there's a cop killer out, whether it's in this community or not, we still have to advance and move forward.
In Bardstown, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
State police say they're still actively working with the FBI and the ATF on this case. They've traveled to several jails and prisons in Kentucky and in surrounding states for possible leads. They say they have exhausted hundreds of tips in the case. Also today, investigators mentioned another high-profile unsolved murder case out of Nelson County. Last April, police say Kathy Netherland and her teenage daughter Samantha were killed in their home near Bardstown. Police have not made any arrests in that case as well. Investigators said today they have not forgotten about the victims, and they say they continue to look into any tips they receive.
It has grabbed the attention of people living in a Lexington neighborhood. A new Islamic community center has been proposed along Armstrong Mill Road, but not everyone who lives nearby thinks it's a good idea. As Garrett Weimer tells us new at 6, the proposal is being discussed during a neighborhood meeting tonight.
The proposal for that Islamic center on this piece of property on Armstrong Mill Road has created a bit of buzz in the area. One local neighborhood association says it has questions about what they call on their website the potential larger impacts of the project. Those include loss of green space, traffic, and whether an Islamic center is an appropriate project for the area. The site plan shows a 10-acre project for an Islamic center at 1240 Armstrong Mill Road. The Islamic Center of Lexington has filed for a conditional use permit to transform that property into a religious assembly building. Joseph Pila has lived on this dead-end street that backs up to the property for more than 30 years. He says he's afraid of what the Islamic Center there could mean for traffic on his quiet street.
They're going to open the street down here. We already have a lot of problem with traffic getting out of here. With this, we will have a lot of people going by, and they're going to create a traffic problem.
A local neighborhood association is holding a special meeting tonight to talk about whether or not to vote in favor of or against this Islamic Center project. That meeting was scheduled to start just moments ago at Tates Creek Baptist Church. In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
The conditional use permit application will go before Lexington's Board of Adjustment January 30th.
A woman charged in connection to the murder of a Scott County school bus driver now admits she played a role in the crime. Court workers tell us that C.G. Jefferson pled guilty today to complicity to commit burglary. She'll be sentenced on March 10th. Police say the victim, Sue Jones, was killed in her Scott County home in 2010. Jones' family members say that she knew Jefferson. Police have charged Nicholas Willinger with murder, robbery, and burglary in that case. We're tracking the investigation into an incident involving a gun near a Lexington school today. Lexington police say the two men in a car waved a gun at a woman in a car next to them. Police say the woman then followed the two men in the first car. They all ended up near Southern Middle School, and police say the two men in the first car ran off. Police are still looking for them tonight. Police say they put Southern Middle School on alert as a precaution.
Tonight, we are learning more about the death of a former assistant principal accused of sexually abusing a student. Police say Joy Hayes died over the weekend in Lee County, Virginia. Investigators say her mother called 911 after finding her daughter unresponsive. The Lee County, Virginia Sheriff's Office does not suspect foul play in her death. They're now waiting on toxicology results. Berea police say Hayes sexually abused a student while assistant principal at Madison Southern High School. Hayes later resigned. Police say she recently had contact with the victim again, and they were preparing to file new charges against her.
Another candidate has officially entered the race for Kentucky governor. Republican Will T. Scott kicking off his campaign today in Louisville. Short time later, he filed papers to run for office. Scott is a former Kentucky Supreme Court justice. He chose former Menifee County Sheriff Rodney Coffey as his running mate. Scott is the third Republican in the race, joining Agriculture Commissioner James Comer and former Louisville Councilman Hal Heiner. Kentucky Attorney General Jack Conway and Jeff Young are running for the Democratic Party.
A new treatment being used by doctors at the University of Kentucky could help prevent seizures in those dealing with epilepsy. Today, doctors told us they've had some success with a device implanted in the brain. And an Eastern Kentucky woman who suffered seizures for years was the first in the state to receive it. Mike Linden has the story.
More than 3 million Americans suffer from epilepsy, many of whom can't control their seizures with medication. This morning, doctors from UK Healthcare's Kentucky Neuroscience Institute announced their success with the NeuroPace RNS system, a brain implant about the size of a flash drive designed to reduce both severity and frequency of seizures in patients.
This is truly an amazing feat of biomedical engineering, And what this device does is that it provides stimulation to the brain.
According to Dr. Craig Van Horn, the NeuroPace implant listens to signals from the brain. And once it detects an abnormal one, such as the ones given off during seizures, it stimulates that area of the brain. This not only prevents seizures from happening, but from spreading too.
Cheryl Castle of Lomansville is the first patient in Kentucky to have the NeuroPace device implanted in her skull. Castle has suffered from debilitating seizures for 18 years.
It was very hard. It was very hard. It just got to the point where, I just sat there.
According to her doctors, Cheryl's seizures became so incapacitating that she once had 42 seizures in 3 hours, leaving her housebound.
It's just amazing how this device is. I mean, it was a struggle, and it was a long road.
Doctors say after all treatments failed to combat Castle's seizures, this is the first to be successful. In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
What a fascinating story. Doctors say Castle is able to get out of the house more often since the surgery, and she can spend time outside with her 3 sons, something she wasn't able to do before.
The Cats are back home in Rupp Arena tonight, and after a couple of very close calls to begin SEC play, fans are probably hoping for an easier game tonight against Missouri. Rob Bromley joins us live from Wildcat Central with a preview. Rob?
Well, here at Wildcat Central, Kentucky fans are arriving. It is early, but they are here as we lead up to Kentucky and Missouri later on tonight in Rupp Arena. And the Cats certainly have to feel good about getting back home, and they certainly hope to play well enough to have a little breathing room here tonight, something that they just haven't had in their last 2 games. What Texas A&M was able to do Saturday, drive the ball to the basket. And that seems hard to figure out considering Kentucky has so many shot blockers in the lane. Associate coach Kenny Payne said he really couldn't put his finger on it.
What we've done is we've shown teams that in spurts you can drive us, that we can't keep in front of you as a defender, and that's a part of it. No straight line drives. If you drive, you're taking multiple dribbles, and if you take multiple dribbles, a shot blocker should be coming to block the shot. And for whatever reason, we're playing on the side of guys and they're getting a straight line to the basket.
Late tip tonight in Rupp, 9 o'clock, Kentucky and Missouri. They will get started at 9 o'clock on ESPN. Come down and see us here at Wildcat Central. You can pick up a free collectible to tonight's game at the Kentucky branded store, which is right next door. I will be back shortly in sports. Talk about Dakari Johnson, who really came through big in that game down in Texas last weekend. For now, that's it from here at Wildcat Central. Sam Amber, back to you.
Thank you, Rob. Looking forward to the game. It's not something you see very often. Find out why a house will soon be moved across a college campus.